What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the farm. Today, or actually yesterday, something really exciting happened. And as you can see, my go bag is with me. So that means that Miss Ellie finally had her calf. Now, you might be asking yourself, these calves were supposed to be born in the spring. That's what you told us. And you're right. I don't know. I don't know what happened. And we obviously had 2 fall bred cows. So the good news is we did have the second calf yesterday, which means I need to work it. So we've got our go bag, but I also need to go fix our side fence that separates our no man's land pasture from our front pasture. I've got to do some fixing to it anyways, but we're just going to do a temporary fix right now so we can get Ellie kind of shuffled in there so we can work her calf. And then we will figure out what else we can do in this video. Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and grab my go bag. We'll go over there, start fixing the fence, see what else we can get into. See if we can get that calf work. Fix it. For sure, we do have a little baby girl. Wait. For the girl, 83 pounds. 83 pounds on our, we got a heifer calf. Good rubbing. Make sure she's okay. Make sure all of her faculties are there. Teachings are good.
It's okay, Ellie. Ellie sits right here.
Girl, Ellie.
He is tall.
All right, so baby got worked. We have a new heifer calf out here on the farm. Of course, my daughter is gonna be the one that bestows the name on the girl, but really healthy looking calf. She's got really long legs. Her mama is part Charolais, part Red Angus, so it was no surprise that baby had long legs. The next goal that we have is I would love to get these cows in this back pasture. Really excited to be growing the herd, and we will see y'all when it's time to work on more projects. All right, we are back at it today. Baby cow number 2, the heifer calf, she's doing great. But I had a thought, and as you can see around me, the grass is dying off. With that being said, I think I made the executive decision to go ahead and move our cows into this back pasture. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is section it off. There's an H brace right over here. I'm gonna run some electric fence, possibly to that post over here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just creates another little portion that they can eat down. And the big reason why I want to do that is I still want them to be close to the house. I've seen multiple coyotes out here. I've also, there is just a lot of stray dogs running around. So I want to keep them close enough to the house to where I can get to them in the case of one of those things getting after them. So I'm not going to let them go all the way down to the creek just yet until those calves are just a little bit bigger. But I do want to get their mamas on some fresh grass and let them start eating down this back pasture. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what I've got to create this temporary fence. And then we're gonna go out, mow some grass, install that fence, and go ahead and move our cows. So if you know me, you know that I love my quality. And one thing that I've learned over the years that I would rather buy and hurt for just a second than to have to hurt every year when I go to buy a new thing, because I buy lesser quality things. I went ahead and jumped up to a great company, Gallagher. I went ahead and grabbed just the basic essential things that I need. But it starts right here with the power unit, which is the S20. It's a solar powered unit. Just one single strand of fence can stretch up to 12 miles or encapsulate 40 acres, which, if you know what we've got here, I will never touch that number. I actually wanted the S10, but the dealer that I went to only had the S20 available, so I went ahead and just made the decision to go ahead and purchase this one just to get it and to have it today. With this unit, I'm gonna be able to run, so I went with a little bit different setup on the posts. I went with something where I can run 2 or 3 strands, just because the calves are a little bit shorter. I didn't wanna put the fence in the ground and put 1 strand on there and then have them go underneath the fence and get back there where they can get out. So I went ahead and picked up a little bit different posts so I can run 2 strands and keep those calves within the area I'm trying to get them through as well. The S20 is just going to help me do that and be able to give us enough power to run all the way across the fence and then all the way back. So to hold our fence, I went ahead and picked up the reel. It's a mechanical reel, but it also has a locking mechanism on it so I can stretch the fence, which is going to come in handy when it comes to setting this up. I went ahead and picked up a good roll of the polywire. This is 1,312 foot in the bottom roll, and then it comes with an extra 328 foot on top. I don't think I'm even going to touch the top roll, but I'm going to go ahead and install it all onto this reel. And then just to make sure that I'm running it and that it's working, I went ahead and picked up a voltage meter just to check and make sure that the fence is energized. With that being said, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna open it up and just get everything kind of locked in here. Go ahead and load our wire up on the spool. And then what I'll do from here is probably hop on the 0 turn, go out and mow some of the section that we need to be able to start setting this fence up. Hi, baby. We're down here where we're gonna attach this, and my thought is we just use this pole right here since it's wooden, and we run it across to our H brace, which I'm looking in the camera. So somewhere right in here. Yep, there it is. So I'm just gonna cut the grass down. I'm just gonna cut a straight on strip to the H brace. To load all this up on the lawnmower and start setting our posts and our wire. I think I'm gonna take advantage of my little cart. So I plan to use this post as my first guide, and what I'm going to do for now, I'm going to hang that on there like that. And then what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go to the other end, start putting our stakes down. I've got some ideas for how we're going to turn it into a 2-strand fence, but I'll show you there on the other end. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to install this post. I'm just going to wire it with concrete. I'm trying to get it as far down in there as I can. I'm just going to throw a couple strips of wire around this post just so that we can put a little bit of tension on it and still be able to run the fence through an insulating piece. Get all of our pieces and we'll just start spacing them out. I'm going to try to do 10 foot or so between each one, but we'll see how many we can use here.
All right, so it is plugged in and on. This little guy doesn't work very well, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see if maybe it needs a charge. But it's throwing off a really low voltage right now. I'm not gonna bring the cows out tonight just because I don't want them to get out. So we'll see tomorrow. All right, next day here. Church went well this morning. I'm just gonna go check and make sure that the electric fence is still on and we're good for the overnight. And then I'll go ahead and move the cows back here to the back. But I don't have a four-wheeler and I don't want to take my truck out in the pasture with all the mesquite. So lawnmower we go, here we go. All right, it seems that all of this is good and lit up. I went ahead and checked fence along this stretch. I'm gonna check the fence on the other side. I think we're gonna be okay because I built all that. This is the older stuff, so I just wanted to make sure that there weren't any breaks, any spots where the calves can get through. And then I'm gonna go up here by this old barn and make sure that all that panel is connected and fastened to the fence. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn out the cows. There are a couple things that need to go with them, and this water tub was one of them. So you're in the splash zone. So here we go. I may not be able to get this one over. It's pretty full. That's probably easier. But this definitely looks cooler. I guess. Can't forget the hose. So they look to be settling in nicely back here in the back pasture. They're eating down the grass pretty good. They've been back here for probably a week and a half now, and it looks like they're settling in nicely. Ellie's still a bully, and our calves are nice and frisky. It's a beautiful night here, and we are super thankful for good grass and a good wet summer. So they'll stay here until they get that eaten down, and then we'll move that fence down further and they can have more pasture. But
I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And like we say around here, keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't get caught at the crossroads. We'll see ya.